All right. As promised, I'm doing a video on TopStep processes, strategies, how I passed TopStep's account, and how yesterday, in one day, on my new funded XFA, I did $9,000 on a 50K account. Those 50K account evaluation cost 49. So by the time you add the 49 and you add the 149 activation fee, about $200. I am eligible now for almost $4,500 if I wanted to, after 5 days of paid of profit of $200, and I'll explain that shortly. So let's go deep in the TopStep ecosystem. Don't forget, if you like those videos, your like, comments are appreciated, but most importantly, watch the previous videos on the 14K payout eligibility from last month on Tech Profit Trader. Really like them. You get paid fast, and go through the video. I tell you what I like, what I don't like, even as a partner with them. And on this video, I have nothing to hold the good, the bad on TopStep. I am not an affiliate and I'm not a partner. And anyhow, I always give it to you straight. So let's go and let's go deep. Understand that TopStep is like any prop firm. They have challenges and they call them 50K, 100K, 150K. By the way, to me, all of this is marketing gimmick. It's like clickbait when we do video as influencers and we tell you, oh, I made $350,000 of funded account. It's clickbait, really, because this account could be called Plan A, Plan B, Plan C, because they are not truly giving you $50,000 of account when you pass the prop firm challenge, or 100K or 150K. That's how they want you to think about it for marketing purposes. But let me explain to you exactly the commitment financially that you pay for those accounts and the capital that you get. That step one is to understand how those accounts pass, the rules of those accounts, and then get to payout level, which is XFA level at TopStep. So at TopStep, the evaluations are called combined. That's their name. Every firm is different. They have their lingo, they have their rules, they have their payout rules. You need to be like a lawyer. You need to go to the FAQ on each side and dive deep. So on TopStep, very easy. Plan A, Plan B, Plan C, 50K, 100K, 150. Now, let me tell you why I really like the 50K, especially, guys, when you start. I really like it because, number one, it's the cheapest plan, $49. So now let me take a pen and show you really how those accounts work, the dirty secrets and the ins and outs of this business. Look here, your profit target to pass the challenge is $3,000. So they say, we'll start you at a 50K funded account, and we want you to go to 53K. So again, you start at 50K. That's your initial starting balance with this plan. And when you reach 53K, then you pass. They give you a maximum size for each account and each plan. See, 10 contracts for the $100,000, 5 contracts for the 50K, 15 contracts for the 150K accounts. But here is where the most important stuff comes in place, everybody. Most important. This is your max loss limit, $2,000. And so to me, this is the capital, as I'm paying $49 plus an activation fee when I pass the challenge of $149 to get access to $2,000 of drawdown capital. Let me repeat that. It needs to sink very, very much, because this is where everybody gets lost in this prop firm business. You are really paying this $49 here per month to really get access not to a 50K but to a $2,000 drawdown. Because when you pass that 50K, so you go to 50K to 53K at TopStep, so that's the combined, that's your evaluation. Now you go to the next phase, which is XFA. right? And this is where you have the live funded account. And I'm going to give you all the tips and tricks. Now, what qualifies me besides the Take Profit video to talk about TopStep? I have passed numerous TopStep challenges and combines. I have been getting numerous payouts and building my XFA. So let me show you, because remember, the key in this business is this. Do not listen to people that have flashy videos, flashy editing, beautiful cars, the bikinis, and do not show you funded accounts and payouts. Funded accounts and payouts, it's all it matters, because when you start getting payouts in this business of profit, you are in the top 4% of all traders in the world. Remember what I said, 33% to 23% of the traders pass the combines and the challenges. 17%, guys, of the 33% gets payout. So when you take all the stats, it's the top 4 to 6% in the world pass get payout. Now, of course, you can get payout. If I buy 100 accounts, I'm increasing the chance of passing, and I'm increasing the chance of getting payout. That's the law of numbers. It's a numbers game, right? But if you are really good, you should pass 1 out of 3 accounts, 1 out of 4 accounts, 1 out of 2 accounts. That's where the stats lies. Because after that, economically, it's going to be very hard for you to make money. If you pass only 1 out of 10, out of 20 accounts, and you get small payouts, you are going to be drawn in payouts anyway. Okay? So this game is like the casino. The professional poker players are making the money, and 90% of the dumb money or retailers are getting crucified because they are coming into this business. They are not prepared. Now, let me show you a combined 50K. So let's go to one of my TopStep dashboard on my most recent combined past. We started on April the 3rd, ended on April the 7th, because there was a weekend, or maybe I didn't trade. The most important number is this one. How many days did you take to complete the challenge? 2 days. In 2 days, right? In 2 days, let's repeat this. In 2 days, I passed. That means each day I made money, winning days, 100% days. So day 1, I started here, 100K. Day 2, I was there already at almost the 1500 mark, and then I finished. Reached the target, and here it tells you the best day, the great day. Now, if you scroll down on TopStep, they are going to give you also on your dashboard your average win and your average loss. So my average winning trade was 147.46. My winning ratio was a whopping 79%. By the way, for all disclosure, I don't have 79% win ratio on all my account, especially the ones where I scalp a lot with the trailing drawdown. Sometimes I'm 47, I'm 37. But for this particular case and real example, my prop challenge combine at TopStep was 79%, and my average loss was 28. So look at this. Average win 147, average loss 28. That's really cool, because that means I'm winning about what? 5 times, almost 5 times more than what I lose in terms of cash flow, right? And then you can look at all the stuff and the stuff below. Now, question is, why did you pass it in today, not in 1 day? Well, number one, let's be clear about prop firms. Tips and tricks. I'm going to always tell you tips and tricks. It's not about the numbers of days that you need to pass. The bottom line is freaking pass. Each time I invest $50, $150 on the 150K, the bottom line is not if it takes 2 days at a 50 consistency rule, and I'm going to explain that rule to pass. This is one of the last tidbit rule that you need to understand with TopStep is a 50% consistency rule. But your main goal is to pass. Do not stress about, oh, I can pass in 2 days. it's $3,000 goal. It's a 50% consistency rule. So I'm going to try to do $1,500 today, $1,500 tomorrow. If you can, and the market presents itself to give you the opportunity to do so, great, do it, guys. I had this opportunity here. But there's been many times where I struggle and I struggle and I struggle and I struggle for 2 weeks passing the damn 50K. So if you pass the 50K in 2 days or 2 weeks, who cares? So long I try, so long tips and tricks to pass it before my next recurring billing. So I don't get recurring billing another $50 or $150 per month if it's on recurring. Okay? So very important. So let's get back here. Let's talk about the consistency rule, which is the last thing on TopStep to really understand TopStep. And most of the trading firms have the same. They have a consistency rule. They have a profit target. They have a max drawdown, which is truly the capital that they give you on the 50K account, 100K account, 150K account. Okay? So let's go to TopStep again. Let's talk about what this 50% consistency rule is. TopStep says you can pass all our challenges in 2 days. That's TopStep. Remember, I also love Take Profit Trader. And I did a video on how I took a $14,000 eligibility payout last month. Take Profit Trader, right? And by the way, if you want 30% off on your Take Profit Trader, plus no activation fee. By the way, activation fees are the biggest part of the equation. That's $130 here, and for TopStep is $149 here. Step, your activation fee once you pass your challenge, your combine is $149. Okay, guys, right there, 149. Here it's 130. Well, if you want a Take Profit Trader, a 30% discount plus no activation fee of the not paying the $130 per month. If you want to support those videos and the community, just go on the checkout and click and type the code PPI. This is our community code for this discount. PPI, probability power indicators. Okay, PPI. Okay. So when you don't pay the activation fee here, it makes Take Profit cheaper, assuming you pass. If you don't pass and you keep on blowing out, obviously here the $49 is cheaper, right? So this is the stuff that you will have to figure. Now I'm going to give you a trick before you do any of those accounts and any of those stuff here, okay? Go on the sim. Go on the sim, practice 1 micro, then 2 micros. It's like going at the gym. Build that stamina, guys. You know, like right now, the market is crazy. You have 200, 300 points up and down. That means on 1 micro, you're going up and down $600. You don't need the full NQ. As a matter of fact, the full NQ with a $2,000 drawdown, a 50K account, or even a 100K account with 3,000 drawdown, even a $150,000 account right now, $4,500. The full NQ will blow you up, guys. So you have to walk and crawl before you run, everybody. It's progressive. It's like going at the gym. I don't go at the gym and bench press 185, 250. I start slowly, 125. Then I put my 45 pound dumbbell everywhere, you know, and I go up and I hit 25 and 10. You have to build that stamina, that mental stamina of looking at your ups, your downs, your up, your PNL. Understand the true power of an MNQ, a micro NASDAQ. When you master the true power of a micro NASDAQ, you are ready to graduate to the micro, 3 micro, 5 micro. Then you can scale them to 10, 20 micro. It's like 2 full NQ. Why do I like that a lot better? Because your downside is less as you scale into your winner, and your upside is the same. Let me repeat that. Tips and tricks. Your downside limited when you start with the 1 and 3 micro. It's like starting with 10% of the power of a full NQ or 30% of a full NQ. But your upside is the same. because I'm still scaling 5, 10, 20, 30. But instead of looking at 10 points, 20 points, I go from one support of the probability power indicator patented tool unique in the world to the resistance. If you want to see how we trade them, come on Tuesday, every Tuesday on YouTube, we trade them, or look at previous recording into the live stream day trading zones. And you'll see how we trade them. Sometimes we have great trades, sometimes we have shitty trades, but you understand the principle of the tools, okay? Now, let's look at the consistency rule, because people get lost with this consistency rule. And I'll tell you, it's confusing. The first time I got it, I didn't like that at all. So the consistency rule says, supposedly, what they want to see is that traders are not gambling 10 and 15 NQ in one day to pass their 3Ks or their 9K or the 150K. Like these guys here, literally what they do is they short. They buy 10 accounts like this of 149, and they know that the goal is 9,000 divided by 2, because there's a 50% consistency rule. That means every day you cannot do more than 4,500. Consistency rule is as follows. If you have a consistency rule of 50%, it means on any day you cannot make more than 50% of the target. The target in this case of the 50K account is 3K. So 50% of the 3K is 1,500. That means every day I cannot make more than $1,500. Now, this is where TopStep, I love TopStep for that. They use Project Text, the TopStep X platform. In the TopStep X platform, you have risk management control that are wonderful, wonderful. You can set up a max daily profit, a max daily loss. You can set up how many trades you want to trade per day. If you want to do only 3 trades and lock yourself and liquidate, boom, they liquidate, they stop you, you're done for the day. You cannot come back until 6 p.m. the same day. They call that the next day, but the next day start at 6 p.m. Okay? I love that. TopStep X has one of the best, if not the best, risk management features. For someone who starts in the business, you got to use TopStep. Because in my opinion, if you cannot pass a TopStep, they have end of the day drawdown, meaning that at the end of the day, they look at your closing balance at 4 o'clock, and they are going to readjust this number. You start at $2,000 drawdown here. That means you start at 48K. So you start at 50. If you dip below 48K, boom, that's the 2,000. It's like losing your entire capital of 2,000. You're done. They block you. You're done. You will have to wait for the next rebuild, whatever the date of your next rebuild is. So to me, you need to really understand the consistency rule, because those prop firms, some prop firms have consistency rules that are very difficult, like 20% consistency rule that makes you trade like for 10 days. Other firms have consistency rules of 30% for 7 days. But TopStep and Take Profit, by the way, have a 50% consistency rule. The difference is that Take Profit, you need to trade 5 days, but you can pass in 2 days as well. So like right now, I passed in 2 days some $100,000 account, 3 that are going to become pro-funded account. And so I passed them in, I think I passed them in 3 days. But I still have to do 5 days. So you know what I do? Tips and tricks. I buy a micro. I wait 3-4 minutes so they don't tell me that I was scalping, and I close it. I don't care if I close it for a profit or loss. That counts as one trade, 1 day, and then I do day 4, day 5, boom, take profit, move me from the trading challenge to the pro funded account. On TopStep, you don't need to do that crap of 5 days because it's 2 days. If you do 1,500 Monday, 1,500 Tuesday, boom, you're done. Be careful though, is if you go above that 50%, if you blow that 50%, let's say you make $2,000 instead of the 1500. Now you have a problem because they are going to make you trade more days, more days. That 2 days can turn into 10, 15 days because they are going to look at every day to make sure that no one day is superior to 50% of your total profit goal, which is 3,000. So if you do 2,000 here, you're screwed because you will have to do 2,000, 2,000 for many days until everything dilutes to only the fact that each day separately are less than 50% of the profit goal. Okay? So be very, very careful. TopStep on their risk management settings have these features where you put the maximum profit daily that you want to do. You go into the TopStep X platform and you can do that. Okay? And it's easy. So what I do is I put it at 1480. You can put it at 1450. So if the market goes very fast, you have a lot of micro. Sometimes it liquidates me at 1450, but by the time I'm filmed, it still shows 1480. I'm still below the 1500 50% consistency rule. Okay? I will do a video deeper on consistency rule. It's very boring, but it's very important that you really understand it, because if you look at other platforms like TradingWe, I think it's 30%, Apex, 30%, and you have every trade firm have a consistency rule. Okay? Now, the cool thing with TopStep is, we talked about it, the TopStep X platform, with all the risk parameter. You have the end of the day drawdown, okay? And you have to be careful because take profit, for instance, we do some comparison a little bit. They have a trailing drawdown. So what is a trailing drawdown? And Apex have a trailing drawdown. It's very difficult. So what's the trailing drawdown? Let's say the market open, ding, ding, and I am long 1NQ. Let's say right away I am up $1,000. My drawdown here is going to say, let's say I start at 4,500 on the 150K. It's going to show I'm 5,500, right? Because I just won 1K. But now it comes back where I started. I did not, let's say I didn't take the profit. I didn't trail the trade. Now it comes back at zero. So I'm zero. Here I started at 4,500 drawdown. Here I'm at 5,500 drawdown. And guess what now? Here I'm screwed, guys. Here I'm screwed because now I'm at 3,500 drawdown. They take that drawdown, take the one from the top, the 1,000, and subtract from here. So you are competing. It's like going against the treadmill. When you have a firm that is based on trailing drawdown, take profit trader, Apex, and whoever does the trailing drawdown, it's very, very difficult, guys, to fight this constant thing, and you have to trail. You have no choice. Like I am on the dome, and it goes up, it goes up. I go on the dome here, the price moves here, and as soon as it comes down back this way, I move it up, and boom, we settle somewhere here because I cannot let it go back down. If I let it go back down, boom, I'm screwed. And I'll do a webinar if you want, guys, to show you how I trail and stuff. We'll do that. If you're part of the free community, which, by the way, for now is free, there's awesome content. Our Think Well Differently community. Look at here. It's not just about me passing, guys. Look at this, guys. Well, this is the yesterday where I was explaining to the guys how I took at $49 50K account that it become $9,000 with the drawdown. But look here. Look at all those guys. Look at those guys. Those guys are making money. Look, This guy, feel exhausted. In a strange words, it's almost embarrassing how much money I made today. Any another day like this, and I'm done for the year. Can't wait for you and the zones. Enough. Here, can get live room. He wants to get to the live view. Thank you, Mark. Patty, $278. Benito, $400 using the probability power indicator here. See, with the bracket within the power calculator patented indicator. Travis, wonderful $12,000 and a payout here from Travis on TopStep on his Express account of 1,500. And look at this beautiful consistency. Consistency week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4 trading micros on it. So this is wonderful. Wonderful. Here another one, Gary, take profit. I passed $100,000. Take profit. So if you want to be part of our Think Well Differently community, look at the description of the video below. It's by invitation only. See, there's request. We'll look at who does what. If you give a fake phone number or fake email, you will not be accepted. It's automatically denying you. Okay? And then you would have access to some of the classes that I wish someone would have shared with me in the past. The Zero to True Wealth. You click here, then you have access to how to master TradingView, Trade-O-Vate, the big picture of asset protection, tax efficiency, mastering cycles, stock, options, power indicator mastery, risk management, and everything else is VIP access. Okay? And also you have the calendar of event, and you get to be with us outside the YouTube ecosystem. Look below on the description of every video that we do. There's an access to the Think Well Differently scoreboard. Okay? Now, TopStep has things that I like and things that I don't like. So I told you the things that I like, but I tell you now we are going to go on the payout side. And this is an overview. Everything else, getting to master TopStep X platform. I will do a video for that. Mastering your consistency rule. I will do a video for that. But right now, I want you to get the big picture of TopStep. Don't forget that TopStep is one of the pioneer, if not the pioneer of folded accounts. In the days when I was a prop firm trader, 2001 and 1998 to 2001, at Schoenfeld and Andover Trading, you had prop firm. You had the prop firm concept, but at the time, those were stock prop firm. You had to pass a Series 7, 50, 55, 63. You don't have to do this crap anymore. You don't understand how good you have it. Commissions are super low. The technology and the risk managements are incredible. You can set up a daily loss limit, a profit for the day. You can set up the numbers of trades you want to be for the day. You can even trail your trades. You can put a take profit, a bracket with a stop. I mean, oh my God, we are so spoiled. Okay? So I trade outside TopStep. Everything else is on Trade-O-Vate. Every other prop firms that I do on my scale, if I use Replicanto as a copier or I do group copy within Trade-O-Vate, everything is Trade-O-Vate because I can scale in, scale out. I have my brackets. Everything is very tight. But what I like about TopStep is this. So listen to the strategy now on TopStep. This is a TopStep review, tips and tricks, strategy, and processes. And not from just talking, but doing a lot, having done a lot of TopStep accounts, XFAs, and combines. I have really the scars and the successes to help you on this. Here's a tip. Okay, so listen to that attentively. I use TopStep more as a swing trading company. Meaning what? Ideally, the way we should do TopStep is go from the best power indicator support point A to the best point B resistance and up, down, chop, 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 up, down, You start the day, you try to buy really at the right place into our probability power indicator. Put your stop loss, put your target a little below the target, right? And go play golf. Like really, literally, TopStep should be the company that you should be able to do only 1 to 3 trades per day. Because it's end of the day, trailing drawdown, because they have wonderful risk management features. There's so much automation that you don't need to babysit your trade. So I really like TopStep as a more patient approach to the market, right? Although I'm telling you that, but yesterday with the crazy volatility in the market, I did a lot of scalp on micros to get my $9,000. And then I use TradeOvate, which is the broker that most other prop firms use, TradeFi, Take Profit Trader, Apex, My Funded Futures, all the ones that fit here, you can put them here, and you can even use a copier if you wanted to. That is another video that I would like to do. Copier or not copier into your prop trading firm account. It's very tricky, guys, because if you copy and you're successful, you get an immense amount of time. But if I have 40 accounts that I pay $100 each, and I have $4,000 invested in those 40 accounts, and I'm copying 40 accounts, I'm copying my funded accounts, my evaluation accounts, and I don't trade them separately, and I screwed up with this crazy volatility, bam, I lost 40 accounts that I worked so hard, maybe for 6 months to 2 years to get those funded accounts. I cannot get paid regularly. I blow up everything, and now I'm negative money on everything. So I want to do another video as well on how you rotate accounts. I like to rotate accounts, especially funded accounts. I am not a big fan to copy all my accounts, especially within a prop firm. I like to diagonal them. I have a strategy where I take an account from this prop firm, this prop firm, this prop firm. I copy those three. Then I do this prop firm, this prop firm, this prop firm, copy those three. I group them. This prop firm, or I assign ratio. This prop firm, I do only 2 MNQ. This prop firm, I start straight with an NQ. You can do that. So this is really a lot more advanced. This is, I call it stage 4, where you have passed accounts regularly. You have got payouts regularly for about a year. Let's put it that way. You got to make stage 1 and 2 and 3 at about making $100,000 in payout. Stage 4, that stage of copier scaling, is a stage that might start at year 2, year 3, going forward. So this is like, you don't even have to worry about that right now. Right now, you have to be worried about only one thing and one thing only. Go on the sim, practice, build the muscle, build the repetition, prove yourself on the sim on TradeOvate. Buy a TradeOvate, open a TradeOvate account, put $50. When you put $50 on the TradeOvate account, sign up for their $14 a month data, CME data. Then pay the $9.99, I think it is, for the TradingView TradeOvate connection, and start doing some probability power indicator, entry and exit signal. Master the probability power indicator. Master the bracket. Master entering a limit order, market order on TradingView and on TradeOvate. Master having your brackets. As soon as you enter, your target is in, your stop loss is in. Start dabbling into which target, which bracket works the best for you. You will have to find that. I can share with you, like in my mentorship, I share my layout, I share my broker layout, my chart layout from the probability power indicator. I share with you my bracket, my different tier brackets, my MAQ bracket, my TopStep larger bracket, my take profit target. Each approach is customized for you. And then from what I do, you can tweak it, right? But this is in a nutshell the first important step. Now let's finish by the not so good of TopStep. We've talked about a lot of the good. Now let's talk about the not so good, in my opinion. Let's talk about payout. Because at the end of the day, all I care is getting paid. And that's what you should be caring of. Yes, TopStep has a great interface. Yes, TopStep is honest and pay, but Take Profit pays, and it pays way faster. So payout is extremely important when you approach a prop firm. Look at reviews. Go look at the bad reviews on Trustpilot, not the good ones, because they are all fake. Look at the bad ones. Okay? Go on the forums, on the traders forums, and see what they say about each prop firm. Go into the Facebook groups of those prop firms and read what are the hurdles, the pluses, the strengths and weaknesses of others. But here's the thing. You go from a combine to an XFA. You are eligible to pay out now. Yeah, you're excited. Well, what happened when you're in XFA? Your balance is zero. Your max drawdown, depending on the plan that you have here on the 50K account, is the $2,000 we discussed. So they'll start you at a minus 2,000 and you start at zero. Soon as you reach over $2,000 in profit, boom, your new max loss is zero. Is that zero right there? And now you're in a funded account. You're not live, by the way. It's not live. You're still in the funded ecosystem of the prop firm. Doesn't matter if you are live funded or simulator funded, because to me, all I care is payout. Send me a check, give me my check, give me my payout. That's it. And that, by the way, that's really what you should be obsessed about. So in this case here, each time I am above $2,000, I can start taking payout if and only if. So here's the rule at TopStep. You need to be for 5 days. They don't need to be consecutive. You need to make $200 profit for 5 days. But it doesn't need to be Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. It could be Monday, Tuesday of this week, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday of next week. Okay? It does not matter. So long you have 5 consecutive days. No, sorry. So long you have 5 days of $200 profit, non-consecutive. They are not consecutive. They don't need to be. From the day you start your XFA, then you are eligible for payout. But here it is. Ding. Here it is. So this is where, when TopStep will remove that rule, those 2 rules, it's when TopStep will become the best prop firm. But right now, those 2 rules prevent TopStep to be the best prop firm. And they do it probably to protect themselves and make more money, to be honest. Number 1, you can only take 50% of all your profit. So for instance, in my case, day 1, bam, I did 9,400 or whatever I showed you there, right? And all I can take is half of that, so about 4,700. The other $4,700 needs to stay in the account. And they say, which is true in a way, it forces you to have a buffer left in the account to grow your account. So you just don't take your money and then you blow up. You have no buffer to trade. It's true. But let's just say, okay, 50% is fine. You can give me 50% of my money. But at Take Profit, I'm able to make 80% of my profit on my money day 1. Remember that 14K? Day 1, boom, I did 10K, 10K. They gave me on 20K my 14K, right? So I like better the payout structure at Take Profit. At Take Profit Trader, a lot more, because you are paid on day 1. You paid 80%. When you are the Pro Plus, their live account at Take Profit Trader, it's 90% split. But here, TopStep say, oh, no, this is your money. And you can get to 100% of your payout or whatever, but you need to be consistent for 30 days, making the $200. It doesn't need to be consecutive, same as before, not 5, but 30. Also, what I don't like is I have to wait the 5 days of the $200 profit, non-consecutive, non-consecutive, right? But here's the problem. Most likely, you are going to have some losing days for the month. So most likely, you are not going to be eligible for a payout more than twice a month on TopStep. And as far as payout on TopStep, not only you are not going to be eligible more than twice a week, probably twice a month. Mathematically, they tell you, oh, but you can take a payout every week, every 5 days. But you have to be an idiot to understand that no trader in the world is going to have 20 days consecutive of profit. Most of the time, it's not the case. Most traders will have a losing day. So you are not going to reach your 4 payouts a month, maybe 2 or 3 if you are really good, right? But then when you reach them out, it's only 50% of your profit. That's where it rubs me the wrong way. Okay? Because I work out, it's my profit. If I want to take 90%, 80%, I should be able to do that. That's number one with TopStep. Number two, which I don't like, is this. They tell you you have to be non-consecutive, making $200 for 30 days before you can move to the 90-10 split or whatever it is. That's a problem. And this is where they get most of the trader, by the way. So let me give you the stats. It's going to blow your mind. 98.5% of all the funded account traders will blow their funded account in less than 30 days. Ding, ding. Don't you think that TopStep knows that? Of course they know that. So they say, we want to foster a trader for the long term. You can tell me whatever you want. The bottom line is the mathematics. If 98.5% of all the traders blow up their XFA, their funded account in less than 30 days, they don't have to pay you. I repeat, they don't have to pay you that. They don't have to pay you the other 50% or whatever. It's very logical what I'm telling you. So those are the two rules that I don't like at TopStep Trader. But besides that, everything else that I say is great. If TopStep was to remove this 50% consistency, this 50% payout within the 5 days at $200 profit, or they don't have even to give you the 5 days at $200 profit, and you can withdraw up to 80%, like most prop firm, your profit, that would be great. But the most bothersome to me, and it should be bothersome to you, and in every insider, every professional, true professional of the game of prop trading firms that are getting payouts like I do, will tell you again and again what I tell you. The 30 days on TopStep is the killer. This is the 30 days that you have to be very careful. That being said, I want to give credit where credit is due on TopStep. Unlike Take Profit, when they send me to the pro account, they only tell me that I can keep 5K, and they start me really at 4,500 drawdown on a 150K. That's not cool. Like for instance, I had $20,000. I would have liked to start a live account at 20K because I have a higher chance to sustain the 30 days, have a life expectancy, get daily payout, and be happy. But that's not how they do it. Because by blowing up within the first 30 days, they have a high chance that they don't have to pay you the 5K here. This is the dirty secrets of the prop trading industry that I'm giving you. But at TopStep, I have to give them the credit where credit is due. If you have an XFA of 50K right now, and you build this thing to 50K, they might call you for a live account and put the 50K in a live account. So this is where I circle back saying that TopStep is the best to build a career where you might not get paid for 3 months, 6 months, 1 year, but you build a career, of having maybe a big account one time that will be funded and live. And at Take Profit, you are building paychecks and income that will sustain the business for me, that sustain the business of paying my eval, getting some cash at the bank, And by the way, another trick here is all those firms can pay you under an LLC. So under an LLC, it's better than income, like an income 1099, because income is taxed at the highest level. When you receive that income inside a box, your LLC, then you have tax deductions. All your computers, your evaluations are tax deductible. Your computer, your books, your travel for industry travel, your probability power indicator, our mentorship, all the stuff that we do is tax deductible. So guys, I think I gave you a good overview. I hope it was helpful. Your likes, comments are important. If you want more videos like this from the trenches, from people that do, not just pretty editor. I don't have a pretty editor. I don't have any editor. It's raw. It's real. It's in the trenches. It's in the blood, successes and scars. I love you all. I hope it was helpful to you guys. And stay tuned to the next videos. And I'll see you on the next Tuesday live stream at 8:30 next Tuesday. Take care. Have a nice weekend.